Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera semua.
Welcome to the second episode of our TV podcast.
So you guys watch our content for the past 3 videos, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we covered about Chelsea and Manchester United and semua lah.
Cover semua lah.
Semua benda lah kita cover. So today, our segment hari ni khas untuk Manchester United. Jangan kuat lah. So then we'll be covering about last week game week, apa yang jadi. Dengan before kita nak buat semua tu, we got a new guest today. Please self-introduce yourself.
My name is Ferris Osman. I'm a Manchester United fan since 1988. Sebelum Alex Ferguson jadi manager.
Whoa! That one deserves a full applause.
I need fan bukan yang tumpang masuk
Are you hinting at anyone or not?
I'm hinting that I'm old.
Okay, I see. Okay.
And we got our usual guest from last week.
Yes, I'm here.
Sheikh
Ten Hag, right?
Sheikh Ten Hag, yes.
He said tapi pakai topi hari ni. Cool. But before we get into the show itself, I just want to ask our guest today lah. How did it start supporting Man United?
Okay, it's quite funny. You see, thing is, as a kid, I like the color red. Okay, so everything of mine was red. My bicycle was red. My bed sheet was red. My pillowcase was red. My BMX was red. My underwear was red.
Whoa! Okay.
Everything was red. Okay. So, however, the point that I like Manchester United because zaman dulu RTM had this macam like weekly special, like the weekly highlights and everything, and they showed a player wearing number 7 who was pointing like macam try to be the midfield general lah. And time tu Old Trafford dekat Padang dia ada pagar besi tau. Remember that, right? So pagar besi. So there was no macam there was like a border lah.
Right.
And then eventually I found out this player was Brian Robson.
Wow.
So Brian Robson is my boyhood hero, therefore Manchester United lah.
What year was this?
This was probably early 88 lah.
Masa tu colour TV ke?
Color TV. It was still.
But
come on.
hardly any games.
Hardly any games. So I think because Ferguson became manager November 88 and it was Ron Atkinson who signed Brian Robson. So he has been playing for Man U for 2 years already that time. But itulah, I nampak this number 7, this guy, I nampak macam belakang dia yang pointing at that. And then it was stadium yang ada besi punya divider,
right.
From the Padang to the crowd. And then there was him lah, Brian Robson.
Tapi for those of you who never seen Brian Robson is a box-to-box midfielder.
Really?
Box to box. Played for England also.
He was the old Roy Keane lah.
The old Roy Keane.
Wow. But then, how was Man United back then? Were they like challenging for titles or
They were not challenging for title back then. Ferguson was appointed 88 and they haven't won any trophies since the Busby time. When I'm talking trophies, is the league trophy. Only in 91 where they won the European Cup Winners' Cup. This is basically second to the European Cup. Sekarang European Cup is known as Champions League.
Yeah.
And then they had a second
Europa ke sekarang.
Zaman Europa awal-awal dulu was known as the European
Cup Winners' Cup.
Cup Winners' Cup, there
Right.
you go. So they won that in 91. That time Pallister was new. Steve Bruce baru sampai lagi, I think. You had Brian Robson, obviously. You had Brian McClare. All those kind of people lah.
Right.
So Ferguson appointed 88. 91 baru dia menang the first trophy. Then after that 92 menang lah all the league and
The
dominance, the dominance that we know lah.
But seeing Man United all the way to the top and then crashing down.
Oh, I tak pernah tengok. What?
I mean like
Bau-bau ni lah.
the recent years after Ferguson left.
Yeah. Under Moyes essentially.
Let's put it this way lah. Going into every season, personally, I always think the ball is wrong. You know, no matter how strong a team is, Man United ke,
Bukan, saya dulu.
Chelsea ke apa, the ball is wrong. If Man U is relegated ke apa, I'm not surprised because anything can happen in football. You know, so going into apa ni, a season, every time the start of the season, I never put my hopes eyes so hard macam they're gonna be finish fourth, you know. Because even when they finish seventh under David Moyes after Ferguson pun aku tak terkejut sangat, because before the season start aku dah don't put the expectation for them to be the champs.
Oh, bagus
But the same thing happened to Arsenal. Arsenal pun macam tu juga. Bila Wenger left, it's always the most successful manager. Bila dia when if Pep goes tomorrow, City will struggle for a while.
Betul, but the time when Ferguson left, Man United had a Premier League winning team, right?
They had a Premier League winning team, but they haven't won in 10 years. So it's just okay. Here's my thing about Ferguson. Ferguson, I don't think he's a good coach.
Whoa.
He
Yeah.
is a good man manager.
Betul.
He is
That's why I agree.
Okay.
He is surrounded by good coach. Rene Malmsteen.
Ini Mausin bagus kan?
Siapa lagi ya?
Carlos Queiroz, is it?
No, Carlos Queiroz was assistant manager. Ada satu lagi. There's another guy yang Rene Malmsteen. So the biggest mistake that David Moyes did was
Dismantle semua.
they dismantle the back room. Dia
Really?
bawa orang-orang dia.
Ah.
So the moment Ferguson retire, any cebis-cebis of Ferguson dia buang.
I see.
Dia bawa orang-orang dia, from assistant coach, your goalkeeper coach, your fitness coach, your blah 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 coach. Now, you see, when I say Ferguson man management, I don't think he's a good coach in terms of tactics. He depends on his other coaches.
Yeah.
Okay. Last time they used to have this monthly Man United news on VHS I bought from Speedy Video and all. So you can see lah, Ferguson dia macam tepi padang, dia all this macam dia konon-konon tengah coach apa, but it's all for show.
Yeah, yeah.
After that he goes and do other things and his coaches take over.
Yeah.
The thing about good man management, there are so many stories. The two stories that stand out to me is, number one, when he wanted to sign Peter Schmeichel. Kenal Peter Schmeichel?
Yeah,
kan?
yeah.
Okay, we better kenal.
Anak Jasper.
Bapak.
Bapak. Anak dia kan.
Anak.
He finished the game on the weekend. Okay, Man United finished the game on the weekend on a Saturday. On the Sunday, he was in Denmark already, in front of Peter Schmeichel punya rumah, trying to convince him to sign.
Wow.
He really flew that, you know. So
yeah.
he treats people well. Number one. Number two, how Ryan Giggs and David Beckham became who they become. Masa dia orang under 18, kan? Although they are legal drinking age, dia tak boleh keluar. Dia kongkong dia orang.
Dia macam father figure lah.
Father figure, so they kongkong dia orang, you know.
Like one general.
Something like that. You know? So his man management, I think, is what made the club great. How he treats other people, you know.
Even Beckham also couldn't make any funny hairstyles, right?
Yeah. So you see, after David Moyes left, whomever manager that replaced has always a trace of Ferguson. After Moyes siapa?
Wenger.
Bengal had Ryan Giggs.
That's
After Bengal,
Our
Jose.
Mourinho, right?
Mourinho had Michael Carrick.
totally different way of playing.
Had Michael Carrick. So there's someone there that has a connection to Ferguson. After Mourinho siapa?
Apa tu? Solskjaer.
Solskjaer had siapa? Also Michael Carrick.
Michael Carrick.
But eventually Michael Carrick left.
And he even had Mike Phelan, right?
Mike Phelan. Thank you very much, as head coach. All those are traces of Ferguson, you know, in the back room. After Solskjaer,
After Solskjaer, Rangnick.
A good friend, Ragnick.
Rangnick tak payah cerita lah.
Rangnick had
Ragnick kan?
Rangnick tak payah cerita lah.
He had Mike Phelan.
Mike Phelan.
He had Mike Phelan dekat belakang as coach. After Rangnick,
And we have now lah.
we have now Brian McLaren. You see how the permainan back room there? There's because Moyes fucked it up. Moyes screwed it up. So Moyes screwed it up where dia. So I think the people in the back room dia dah sedar. Okay, we got to have this.
But I have to challenge you a bit there, because even though they had the Ferguson influence kat belakang, but still club didn't do well. Club still basically hancur lah compared to.
No, hancur tak ada lah.
I mean compared to back
I
then,
think
you guys were winning
we
leagues every
finished
year.
second 2 kali, and then we finished 4th and 3rd.
I don't think it's hancur. I think it's a rebuild. I think it's a rebuilding phase.
Because under Mourinho, they got Europa League and second place.
Wait, let's challenge him back. Okay.
Tak, it's the new segment.
I am prepared spiritually to go 30 years without trophy, just like Liverpool. I am prepared.
You prepared? I tak prepared.
I am prepared because it took a lot because ingat, before Ferguson won it in 92, the league, they haven't won for 26 years.
Yeah, betul.
Betul.
You know, there's a lot of I don't know what's the sports science stuff like, but there's a lot of things. Same goes with Liverpool. Liverpool to me is a fluke.
Fluke. Really, fluke.
It's a fluke.
But 4 seasons, right? They've been dominating 5 seasons, I think.
So we second and third. So why you
Right.
say we
But-
are languishing?
Mhm.
But they won the Champions League and the Premier League lah within that 5 seasons, I think. Okay lah, that's the thing.
I'm afraid now more of Man City than any
Yeah,
other teams.
yeah. Dominance.
But then again, Man United from winning Premier League, Champions Leagues, now to just fighting for top 4. So it's
Same,
a bit
same
of a
lah.
letdown.
When
Your-
Wenger
your
left also,
opinion-
sama juga.
Your opinion is based on what? Sorry lah, it's about your age. So it's what you have seen. But you don't, if you know the history betul-betul, how they struggle, and then you know, okay.
So there's two
Fine.
difference of opinion. One is prepared to go like 30 years without trophy, okay? This Sheikh Ten Hag is prepared
No,
to...
I think with the current coach is fantastic lah.
Every time,
I like this guy.
Do Uncle see him winning the Premier League trophy?
Yes.
Sorry,
yes.
you call him uncle?
Yeah, sorry. Sheikh Ten Hag, sorry. I see him winning the Premier League trophy.
Yes, Maybe not this year, maybe next year.
Next
But
year.
he's building the team.
Lah, he's building the team lah. Although semalam main macam
Tak bagus.
we'll get to
Oh.
yesterday's game a bit.
Kepanasan.
But before that, I want to ask lah. Premier League is back, football is back. So, what's your reaction like?
Well, last
Football is
night
finally
I woke up pukul 3 pagi and watched the game, and to be honest, MU could have lost lah yesterday. The other team was better than us, but again they pulled off the rabbit. They pulled the rabbit out of the hat and got that 1-0 win lah.
But memang MU played badly semalam ke?
Wolves was like motivated. Dia team coach baru kan?
Yalah, dia carry on,
Coach
yalah.
baru, so the players were trying to impress. They were really gung-ho. Wolves malam. So MU was always second best in the tackles and all that. You watched the game kan?
I watched this morning but not lah.
So how was it from your perspective?
Well, answer your first question. Beginning of the season, it's just another season. I just like to see some development from last year. I'm obviously like any fan. I want them to win the league, but my hopes are not. My target is not there. To me, I prefer long-term development. I mean, like how Ferguson did with his kids. The Fergie kids. Remember the Fergie kids, right?
Is it like the Neville?
The Beckham, that one, all these other junior. And I had MUTV at home, and I always watch the under 18 and the reserves. So people like Garnacho, even Pogba tu zaman under 18 tu aku dah tahu dia
Wow, the OG.
It's a talent ID.
Betul.
I remember under 18 the game reserve is under 18, under 23 is under 23. Reserve is under 23, academy is under 18. So Pogba was the tallest of them all and he stood out. That's why dia tak bagi reserve, tak bagi first team, under 18 dia dah pergi Juventus.
But is it true that Ferguson hated Pogba?
He was in a world of his own lah, I think. And then he was like di kalangan all the juniors, dia paling tinggi in terms of size.
Oh ya ke?
So you just imagine he's the Peter Crouch of the team lah.
Wow.
And Pogba wanted first team football. But masa tu midfield dia Paul Scholes. So macam mana? You have to gradually come in, and Pogba didn't want to wait. So Ferguson said okay lah.
I mean, back then, if Anderson could get in the team, Tom Cleverley could get in the team.
No,
why
but
not-
nobody's
why not
bigger in the
Pogba?
club. If the coach says you have to wait your turn, you have to wait your turn.
Especially with Ferguson Takkan kau nak pergi lawan.
So that's why people like Garnacho and McTominay, I always keep an eye on them. Sekarang Garnacho memang it's like the next Ryan Giggs.
Oh, that is something.
Yeah,
Thanks,
bagi
Ryan.
masa sikit lah.
Yeah, then there's now Mainu's, right? The Kobe Mainu.
Kobe Mainoo is okay, but he's in a crowded midfield. This one you let go one midfield, then buy another midfield, macam alamak, crowded lah sikit.
Tapi last season, just nak balik sikit last season. Tengok Man City menang treble. your all-time greatest achievement? I would say.
I
How was your reaction? as a fan?
I deflected my attention from football. I don't want to watch.
But that must have hurt, kan?
Let me tell you how OG of a football Man United fan I am. Okay, my rivals are traditional rivals: Man City, Liverpool, Leeds.
Oh!
Yeah, Leeds.
I don't pick on London clubs, you know.
Okay. Ini yang
Kita nak. Sebab sikit.
I don't pick on London clubs. I don't care.
Yeah.
But just to expand on the rivals a little bit. Why do you consider like Leeds a rival? Because wait, just give me a disclaimer. The person sitting next to you was once upon a time a Leeds United fan
Lama-lama dulu.
back in the day. So for him now to be a Man United fan wearing the jersey,
Thank you, Kelly, for switching over.
so
Leeds, Man City, and Liverpool is kawasan. Geographically kawasan dekat. That's one. That's my answer. I think I asked this question before. It's just geographically dekat. Leeds is KL, Seremban, Gombak,
Midlands lah.
Nilai, something like that lah, you know.
But which of them you can't stand the most?
All three of them.
All three of them.
jadi kira lalang lah.
Going back to Man City, yes, they menang treble, tapi they are in the league with Man U at that point. They're not better than Man U ke apa ke. They just sit at that pedestal lah, which a 3-time winner lah. So they pun sit sama lah.
Yeah, lah.
Itu aja.
But then people will compare whether
You cannot compare.
that Manchester United squad.
You
that
cannot
won is the
cannot
same.
compare. You cannot compare. It was a different
But
time.
you're not the only club in town now lah. That's another person.
But
Yeah lah.
it took them. Now, if they win it again this year, then okay lah, hats off to them lah.
But any similarities you see between?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why did the two of you go whoa just because I said those three clubs?
Because the person sitting next to you is a
See, what
Leeds United
happened?
fan.
I told this last
Let me
week.
see straight for this.
I was supporting Leeds 20 years ago. Then Leeds got relegated. I like the Leeds team yang budak-budak muda tu.
Young Harry Kewell.
Yeah, Harry Kewell tu. So they got
Harry Kewell
relegated.
baju, you know, about Australia one.
So they got relegated. I pun ada Leeds baju dulu. So they got relegated. So I got nobody to support. And that time I watched MU, Ryan Giggs, and then you got Rooney, and then you got Tevez, and then you've got this fast forward line lah, Ronaldo, young Ronaldo. So I said, cantik dia main, cantik. And Ferguson was a good coach. So I started watching, dah suka dah. Dah suka. Lepas 17 tahun, Leeds masuk balik Premier League. Tak boleh nak support Leeds lagi lah. Macam tak boleh dah.
No
So
love
that's
at
the
all,
story lah. And I have a friend who lives near my house. He's the same thing. He was supporting Leeds. Leeds got relegated. He's supporting Arsenal. And then when Leeds came back, he couldn't support Leeds anymore.
But how can you support your direct rival?
It's basically like
Well,
lalang lah.
It's not lalang lah. It's football lah.
Any thoughts?
Well, I know people switch from Liverpool to Man U, so
Oh, that's even worse. That's quite
my
bad.
old boss lah.
But will you support Spurs?
No, never.
But you see,
Never in my life.
okay, here, if you ask me to wear an Arsenal jersey or Chelsea jersey, I'll wear it. But you never ask me to wear those other jersey.
It's like asking us to wear Spurs this year.
Essentially.
It's not gonna happen.
What's your allegiance?
Arsenal tapi yang ini pakai baju basah sebab style sikit.
I can kutuk Arsenal, but I don't have beef like how I have beef with the other two.
Sure. I mean just like us we have a lot of beef with Spurs tapi dengan other teams tak sangat
But you
lah.
see, like you all these London clubs, they also pick on the Manchester clubs.
It's more of the internet banter lah. I say. Orang tiba-tiba nak cakap ni lah, kita beli ni
Alamak,
player.
ada benda ni lah.
Nampak
tak? Nanti kau cut kan? Okay.
Okay, sial. Okay, I think we covered the game week apa?
Yeah.
Okay, let's cover the yesterday's game lah, Man United versus Wolves.
Just a duck.
So MU won 1-0. I mean, what's your thoughts on the game?
Chris, you start lah.
I still think it's based on yesterday's game that 1-0 win. I think there's still a rebuilding period lah. I think Ten Hag has gotten a good lineup, but doesn't have the flow. And Now, this is a personal opinion. I still think they need a lanky striker, which we have already in Rosber's Hoyland. When I say lanky, orang macam Van Nistelrooy, you know, which you know,
Whitehorse, no?
Because wasn't a striker.
Because it was lanky,
Yeah.
6 foot.
was a kuda tu tapi dia berat.
Yeah.
You see, he doesn't run fast. You see how like Mr. Roy run fast. I remember his debut. The debut 2 goal against Fulham. So, Bolton. Anyway, but he scored 2 goals on his debut. But I like those kind of players, you know, and we haven't had that kind of player in a long time. So I think the moment Rasmus Højlund starts, which he will get number 17. That was his preferred number. That's why they let go of Fred. Because he was 17.
That was the reason.
I think it's not the first time Man U has let go of player just
Because of
because
number.
just because of a number.
The Bola, serious ah? Okay.
They let go of Saha so that Dimitar Berbatov can have number 9.
Oh.
Yeah, I know my shit. I know my shit.
Top G.
Yeah, I like I said, he has found the place that he wants. Tapi dia punya flow tu, it won't be overnight lah. It will be lama. They are going to lose some more games to really become power.
But what would you say the flu tadi? Sebab
Maybe it's the first game of the season lah.
I won't go so far as to blame his dad because they had plenty of preseason games.
Even the preseason they lost like the last 3.
Yeah, they lost to Real Madrid, they lost to Dortmund.
But they won lah, Lens, the last game they
Yeah,
won.
Arsenal also they won.
But pre-season you cannot compare lah.
Yeah. But we had a guest before this, Zola also, who said that preseason matters, right?
Yeah, he watches all the games.
To me, pre-season.
But in terms of the flow, like, what do you think is missing?
What thing is missing? Okay, now that's more a direct question.
Semalam, the midfield wasn't functioning.
I never liked the Mason Mount guy.
Okay. Good thing you brought up Mason Mount. I have to bring up some stats. Mason Mount semalam, in 68 minutes, 30 touches saja. Just 30 touches in 68 minutes.
Memang betul. Semalam
That
bila
is
Eriksen came in, it was different. It improved.
Why is he struggling?
So I don't know why he bought Mason Mount in the first place. Garnacho should have gotten number 7.
Tapi tengoklah macam mana. I mean the coach has got ideas lah. So let's see what happens lah.
But it means you didn't agree with signing Mason Mount. Or you should have brought in
I didn't
someone
agree
else.
when they first they bought it. I'm macam, yeah,
For 60 million, you
Like
could have got better players, huh?
kenapa? As it is, your midfield is flooded already. I mean, Fred can play another 1 or 2 years or so if he's still. But I don't know lah.
Maybe they wanted another attacking midfielder.
Backup for Bruno, maybe.
Yeah.
Backup for Bruno, tapi kalau 68 minutes 30 touches backup apa?
I mean, that's the stats orang akan guna lah, tak tahan.
You know, I think he's still at the stage where he's experimenting lah, even on the first game.
Betul.
So tunggu lah second, third game or maybe till December because the myth which has been proven true is that sampai December and then you can tell which is a very strong team, which one can win.
But I think important is semalam we got the 3 points lah.
Yeah, I
There
mean,
be games where you play shit also, but you get 3 points. You must get the points lah.
that counts the most. But I mean, in terms of the game yesterday, I would say Wolves had a lot of chances.
Yes.
It's just that kalau ada striker yang gempak sikit, you guys would have been in trouble.
And Onana saved us.
Memang Onana worth it lah for the 7 million.
Tapi Onana, I mean, I would say what's my name? Tapi I would say dia gempak semalam. Apa?
Onana.
Ah.
Yalah. I mean, that's Onana for you lah. Takkan you nak ask me terus drop quality kan?
True.
Yeah.
Onana upgrade over the hair or no?
Upgrade, yes. In terms of because Onana is the all-round goalkeeper, which dia pandai pakai kaki. Dia tak pandai pakai kaki. Just need to pass.
Oh yeah, it's the modern day punya style.
In the modern day punya style, you know, yang even the keeper has also the instinct of a defender, you know. Kau tengoklah, De Gea pass kaki dekat defender pun
Dia kalau wrong leg dia he problem nak tendang.
old
Yeah.
school, you know. So I think Ten Hag wanted that. But I like De Gea. De Gea within the club, he's the first player and the only player to win 4 Man United Player of the Year as voted within the squad.
Wow.
4 times. He was the first and the only one that's voted 4 years in a row. So he's a big fucking deal.
And he even won like Golden Glove quote last year.
Golden
No
Glove.
doubt I think they have saved MU a lot of times. Try so
But
great.
since I wanna ask the OG fan lah, what do you prefer? Do you prefer like the current style, the modern day goalkeeper, or you prefer back in the day, your job is just to prevent goals from going in?
I'm old fashioned. I prefer the flat 4-4-2 where you have the wingers like Kenchelskis and the Beckhams on the wings.
Style ni yang main goalkeeper ni,
Terms-
it all started with Pep.
Yeah, Pep. You see like Alisson.
Then everybody copied this style.
They don't have the Kuros body of a goalkeeper. They have the body of a defender, but they can play keeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't have the height. You know. As far as your question is, I like the Schmeichel one. Schmeichel.
The tall 6 foot.
Presence lah.
The tall 6 foot and Bagai.
Mm.
By winning name apa dia? Khan. Oliver
Ah,
Khan.
Oliver
Oliver
Khan.
Khan.
Guy legend.
Oliver Khan, you know.
Presence lah.
Presence lah.
I-
Where when the striker goes to the goal pun dia takut.
Nowadays keeper they expect to play midfield also kan, sweeper keeper.
There was one video apa yang Edison Man City went so high up, then Guardiola just pandang what the hell is this guy doing? It's a new.
But do you prefer the modern day keeper or you prefer
Well,
the
that's the
old days?
trend now lah. So like again lah, like I told last week, Maguire fitted the system 5 years
Oh,
ago.
I hate that guy.
Now
Maguire.
this system doesn't. You need ball playing defenders, and you need ball playing goalkeepers.
But in terms of your striker, like I don't see the finishing lah.
No, yeah, fine. When Rasmus comes in,
Rasmus sekarang not fit yet.
But do you think he will do well?
Like all players, he will struggle first.
I want to ask you guys one question lah. Cepat-cepat nak tanya. Mason Greenwood, would you take him back?
No good.
Soalan yang
I don't think
Would you
so.
take him back? I mean, dia ada court case.
yeah.
Okay, all that. But the girl who had this problem with him married him. And they've got a kid.
Yeah, but-
and there was no charges.
Yeah.
Charges are all dropped.
No, but-
So why can't he come back and
Because
play?
The issue for me personally is because if you followed the whole Mason Greenwood issue is sebab benda sekarang ni dia dah kena expose kat Twitter. His whole audio went out of him actually committing the crime. Gambar-gambar girlfriend dia bila hidung dah patah semua on social media.
But
this
the
is not like a
woman
close.
forgived him.
It's not more of forgive. It's more of the woman's father knows that Mason Greenwood has a lot of money. So,
You are making
no,
assumptions.
this is actually the fact. That's the thing.
And plus you're supposed to be a role
Yeah.
model for kids.
That's the thing.
Yeah, but the
So,
charges are dropped. There's no
doesn't look
charges.
good.
So how
Of
can
course.
you say he's guilty?
But at that moment, he committed the crime. At that time,
And-
and the thing is, the thing that exposed the thing wasn't the girlfriend itself; was the girlfriend's friends.
Because they're going to make a decision on Greenwood in the next 1-2 days. Oh.
Yeah, better because the transfer window is closing.
image-wise won't look good lah.
And it looks like MU is going to bring him back.
Do you rather he come back or no?
Yeah, because one of the best.
He's a good
videos
player.
you guys have, but
He only comes there because I don't like Mason Mount.
but personally, not good. Not for me.
Aku rasa dia macam Benjamin Mendy lah in that sense. But Benjamin Mendy, even though he's cleared, but end up City tak nak dia,
Yeah, because
he moved to a smaller club now
yeah,
in French League. Build your career back lah.
you gotta have some consequences to your actions lah. Kalau tak, again next week you can hear him pantai his girlfriend, then again you can maafkan him again, then no problem.
But why can't you all forgive? Huh? He's
It's
a 19-year-old boy, man.
Big decision for Ten Hag to make lah.
If
The girl and him settled dah.
I think there's a lot of
it's a bit gruesome lah.
when it comes to this legal thing, dia banyak ding dong balik.
Ah.
The way that way.
Lagi pun club ni image at stake.
Yeah, then especially Adidas. I don't think Adidas would want abusers
So
to be front page.
I think lah, there's a backroom. This assumption the backroom talk where the CEO of Man U talk to CEO Adidas. What do you think if I take this guy back? Will it ruin the image?
Yeah.
Then the CEO Adidas first. Oh wait, let me think. I'll get back to you. Then the CEO Adidas will talk to his board of directors. Hey, what do you think? Wait, they all think first. He sit on it 1-2 weeks, go vacation, drink alcohol on the yacht. Oh, maybe okay lah. You see first try lah. So there's all this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time.
Daripada ding-dong. But okay, back to the football lah. On the pitch stuff. Man United this season. What else do you guys need to do well?
I think they're enough.
Somebody to cover Casemiro kalau dia injured, because he doesn't play 60 games and he gets a lot of red cards.
McTominay?
If McTominay, I don't think there'll be a buyer coming in also, because they put him at 45 million.
That's why you have to look at the youngster. Tak payah nak beli.
Tak payah beli.
But you all be playing in Champions League,
Mhm.
So is the squad ready for Champions League and Premier League?
The squad is ready. But they're gonna struggle a bit.
Because there's talks of Amrabat, another Onana from Everton.
Oh, no lah, itu cakap je.
Amadu Onana.
No lah, I don't think so.
Clear double lah.
Double Onana.
Amrabat is good lah, as a cover for Casemiro.
Do you need another striker?
If Maguire goes, I think they need another
Centre back.
centre back.
That's the back, yeah.
So yang dia nak beli Benjamin Pavard tu, I think it's a good buy, because
Yeah, Papa is a good buy.
dia central and he can also play right back.
But we miss out the Korean player.
Yeah, go and play. But
Kim Min Jae, right?
Damn good man.
Very
Bayern dah
good.
sailang.
Yeah.
Very good.
Actually, I was quite surprised. Usually MU is aggressive in the market, but for Kim
No,
Min Jae,
dia dah agree dengan MU, tapi tiba-tiba when Bayern came, he
Sailang.
change his mind.
Tapi ini this is another problem lah. Yang isu takeover ni. Bila lah korang nak settle?
Okay, the takeover. There's actually I have another friend who has the best explanation for this, because he's in finance. Kalau takeover ni, you have to remember that when the Glazers bought Man U is against some kind of hutang, for several years. I'm not the best to explain lah, my other friends. So this number of years has to finish first before things can move along.
But I mean, like, why do MU fans hate the Glazers? That's my
Glazers
that's my-
problem,
that's what I wanna
Glazers
know.
ni, they bought MU. Let's say you buy MU for X amount of dollar. Let's put $1 lah.
okay.
So once you got the club, they take that $1 which they took out and they take a loan, because you own the club now, and put the loan under MU. And actually you don't take out 1 cent to buy MU. So MU has got about 700,000 pounds debt.
7,000.
700 million.
Million, okay.
700 million pounds
So
of
we
debt.
hate because a business entity yang tak ada hutang sekarang berhutang.
Right.
Faham?
Then structurally so I think quite bad. It's about you all tak ada TD. It's just CEO handling everything, right? And then your TD is Darren Fletcher now.
That one I don't know lah. I think the
1
last time,
minute he wasn't,
That's why
tak ada.
I was reading
last time the TD sekejap was Ralph
Rangnick.
Rangnick lah. And then he ciao.
Sebab for me, looking on the outside as a fan from the outside, then I think MU, you guys are spending money.
No.
Your clubs are owners is passionate about the club. So why would you hate the owners?
Every owner, dia take over the club, dia tak ambil hutang. These guys are taking hutang sampai 700 million dah pounds. So when they are talking about Sheikh Jasmine coming in, Sheikh Jazim coming in, he's going to wipe out all the debts.
Yeah, the whole state fund of
Yeah, and then he's going to rebuild.
Of course the fans have to hate. I mean, wouldn't you hate someone who suddenly
Leverage your club
make
and
your
take money
club,
out,
and make your club berhutang.
Hmm.
Your club still make money, tapi your punya annual punya finance report is always negative.
So Glazers tak keluar 1 sen tau.
But let's see, with that hutang, they can still spend a large amount of money.
They can still spend.
Yeah, because club is
90
making
million
money.
last season.
Even under Mourinho 350
Yeah, the club is making money.
The club is still making money. If like 700 million tu akan jadi minus 700 jadi minus 500, minus 400, minus 300. The money is still coming in. Then you can still spend turun balik, but it's still always in the red.
So most clubs, owners dia tak buat leverage. So now what happened, Premier League has told that you cannot leverage like this anymore. That means you cannot buy a club. I buy the club and then I go to the bank, I take out my money lah. I already bought. But now I go to the bank, I take all that money and put the club under hutang. So it cannot be done anymore lah.
But do you want Sheikh Jassim or what's the other guy?
Apa? Sir
Jim Ratcliffe.
Jim Ratcliffe.
Just wipe out the debt lah. I don't care who the owner is. Just wipe out the debt.
Jim Ratcliffe sounds like con man. I'm just saying right now. Putting it out there.
Chelsea was
Scammer.
in the debt also.
Scammer.
Yes.
Chelsea was in the debt. Tapi Chelsea punya debt is kecil.
Right.
Roman Abramovich tu, dia debt ada. Kecil.
Yeah, I read the
So
book.
that's
last
why
night.
people don't hate so much. But it's the business still jalan. But it's just that people hate the business. The debt is beratus-ratus million.
Yeah.
Okay. I final question on MU lah.
Mm.
Where do you guys see yourselves this season?
I think, of course, I want it to be first, but optimistically second in the league, because mesti is quite strong. Champions League will reach the semi-final.
Semi-final.
Alright.
Okay.
I got one question last. Jadon Sancho, was it a good buy or not?
It was a panic buy.
Panic buy. So, given an option to sell, will you sell? Or do you need
One more year lah.
One more year.
Betul.
One more
This is what
year.
I said last week
Oh,
also.
yeah.
One more year.
Where do you see Man United this season?
Like I said, they will do better than last year.
So last year
But
third kalau?
maybe this year second, maybe Champions League semi-final. A bit of luck final. No injuries. Maybe they do even better. Win another cup.
Okay.
Macam
With
prediction.
Wakehorse up front, they finished third. They reached the final of the FA Cup and they won the League Cup.
We will either win the FA Cup or the League Cup this year.
Again,
So the team is stronger
League
this
Cup
year.
Again, kalau FA Cup is not again lah.
Yeah lah.
FA Cup is
FA Cup is finalist again.
So either one of the cups we win. Premier League, of course, I want them to win first, but optimistically looking at how Mesti perform and everything, I think second would be
that would
Achievement.
place Arsenal third lah.
Arsenal 10 over 4 like that.
Okay.
I mean, okay. High hopes.
Hey, you were 10 before, remember?
Once upon a time.
Baru tahun ni je masuk Champions League, banyak cerita dah.
Once upon a time. See?
They were not in Champions League dah lama dah. Berapa tahun? 8 tahun
Yeah.
8 tahun tak
Since,
masuk Champions
Wenger's
League.
last season
First
tu
year
lah.
dia masuk, the way they're talking as if dia
Yeah, we got rice.
It is what it is.
nasi, they got nasi
But,
biryani.
but you guys have not challenged for the league in a long time either.
Arteta was a player, was not a coach. Coach
We'll see this year lah how he performs.
Let's see high expectations for MU.
Betul?
Okay, jadi kita dah cover MU punya segment. So, yeah, we'll be back lepas ni, Wan.
Yo.
And yeah, we'll cover. Okay, welcome back to the podcast. Okay, sekarang kita nak masuk bab predictions lah. Our most favourite part, man.
Prediction
Say-
aku last week dah teruk lah.
Okay juga, I mean, you
Why
predicted-
can't you all predict dulu?
Okay, boleh.
Boleh je,
Tak ada
tak ada
boleh.
hal.
Tak takut apa kan?
Kita tak
Boleh.
takut. I mean, last week not bad, man.
Yeah, not bad.
City menang, Arsenal
Aku
menang.
cakap beli kan? Menang,
Oh,
aku cakap beli.
Kau tak apalah. Okay, this week kita start dulu lah. Early kick-off. Nottingham Forest versus Sheffield United, man.
Nottingham Forest versus Sheffield United. Nottingham Forest lah. After seeing them lawan Arsenal that day, then got Elanga lagi on their team.
Nottingham Forest.
Hmm.
I would say draw kot this time.
Okay.
Draw. Okay, bro Ferris.
I don't care.
If you had to pick
If
one.
you had to care.
Forest still hasn't found their footing lah. Even I remember like last season, they had like they were so desperate to stay in the league. They signed like 10
Yeah.
players on short
Oh,
term
10 to 15, 20 they sign now.
On short term
Oh,
contract.
short term, yeah.
Their owner like a mob boss lah.
We're talking like 1 year. So I don't think they found their footing. So I think they'll lose this one.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Draw lah.
Draw.
Draw. Okay. Fulham Brentford.
Fulham.
Fulham.
Easy.
I would say Brentford. Yeah.
No Ivan Toney
Tak apa.
Okay.
Bang, they draw almost beat Spurs kot last week.
Spurs good. Very nice.
I don't care.
If you have to
For
care,
me draw lah, draw.
Okay.
I will get Brentford lah because I think Brentford is very up and coming and
Yes.
something to look forward.
Wow, no one agree with me so far. Okay, next.
Brentford, if anybody is going to win Brentford lah, tapi draw lah, I would say.
Draw. Okay lah, this one we kind of care a little bit lah. Liverpool Bournemouth.
This one Liverpool lah, I think. Should
Liverpool.
be able lah. They can't might as well.
Main home kan?
Yeah.
Main home Liverpool menang lah.
I don't.
No, but Liverpool good. Arch rival.
Lagi tak kisah kan? Lagi tak kisah bang.
On paper Liverpool lah, but I hope Bournemouth will spring as a surprise. So
Yes,
Bournemouth will win.
of course.
Yeah, for me Liverpool win as well.
I'm going to go against everything.
Every
That's the
every,
best part of the podcast.
every fixture, I don't care. I don't care.
That's what I'm going to do. Baru fun sikit.
Yeah.
Betul?
Wolves Brighton.
Wolves Brighton. Wolves Brighton. Susah.
Your
I
Wolves
think-
beat MU.
Betul?
But they couldn't score for nuts lah.
Betul. I think Brighton lah. Easily Brighton.
Brighton.
I don't care.
If you had to.
If I had to care, I'll go Brighton lah. Because Brighton finished 6 lah.
Yeah.
Ini main pun cantik.
I'm cantik.
Yeah, I'll go Brighton as well.
Especially that Caicedo guy, I really like him.
Oh,
Dah habis lah, dia kena jual lah.
No
Dah.
more.
Dia jual dekat ni. Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
Every player Liverpool nak, Chelsea beli.
Even Romeo Lavia apa?
Chelsea dah beli dah.
Dia mula-mula agree dengan Liverpool. Then Chelsea came behind the scenes silent. Okay, this one you guys will care lah. Tottenham, Man United. Sunday, 12:30. Saturday,
Tottenham tak ada
12:30.
Harry Kane. Tak ada new striker.
I think Man U will win, but Tottenham will manage to score a goal, and it's not because the brilliance of a player, but it's because a Man U player made a mistake.
Oof. Very specific. Very specific.
Tottenham home.
Yeah, Man U will win.
His answer.
But the goal is because a player of ours will make a mistake.
Okay.
But that does happen.
After the performance yesterday, I would say Ten Hag would have get them up and running for this one.
Okay.
Up and running, and because Spurs are playing at home, when the counter, that's where MU is good. Transitions, they are much better. So MU will win, but tight lah.
Okay.
Fun.
Say MU kot. Takkan nak cakap Spurs menang kan? Say any day MU lah.
No, dengan Harry Kane, I would say lah. Sekarang striker tak ada. Siapa main up front? Richarlison.
Richarlison.
Tak ada harap lah.
Son Heung-min.
He said Richarlison said he could have joined Madrid one day kan?
Guy. What is he high? What is he high on? Yeah, I would say Man United lah good this time. But back to the Wolves game. We forgot to cover one part, man.
What?
88 minutes. No, sorry, stoppage time. Onana came and clattered a player, and VAR
Well, they say
didn't say anything.
Well,
Was it a penalty?
look, you
I was thinking
The
that.
first honest fan right here.
no, you now you have VAR. If VAR say no lah. Apa cakap apa lagi?
Even
Dia nak
VAR
buat
pun
kontroversi
say-
benda yang tak ada benda. Dia lompat, dia terlanggar lah, itu je.
Tak ada video lawan Ferguson jalan kat tak.
Okay, Man United win. Man City, Newcastle.
Oh, tight game.
I actually saw the game Newcastle against Villa, and I like how they play. So I think Newcastle is going to beat this one lah.
Ooh. Hey, Man
Yeah.
City at home and they have not lost dah lama dah.
I don't care.
There you have it. Yeah, macam if you watch the game Newcastle menang. Tonali played well lah. Memang buat signing kan. I think maybe draw kot.
Draw.
I'll give it a draw lah.
Tak lah, aku rasa Man City.
Let's see
Man City.
Okay.
I pun Man City lah, but I heard De Bruyne is not going to play. Is he got some problem?
Injury.
Yeah, he's up.
So
That's
mungkin okay lah. City will still win very tight.
Okay.
They still got Haaland, so
But
guy. Villa Everton.
Villa.
Obviously, he don't care.
This looks like a draw to me.
Villa Everton.
Hmm.
Really?
0-0.
0-0. Oof. Okay.
Okay.
I say Villa. You know my stance since day
Yeah,
one.
you go taksub Unai.
Unai Emery.
Villa to win tapi tight lah.
Yeah, also Villa to win as well.
Sampai tu.
Wolves Chelsea. Wolves Chelsea lah. West Ham Chelsea. West Ham at home.
That one.
Chelsea, I think, is in a decline. So I think West Ham is going to.
After spending what? Close to $1 billion in decline.
There was something missing in Chelsea's game hari tu last week. Gelling dia still kurang sikit lah.
Takes time. Right? But I think they can edge it against West Ham. Confirm.
Tight. You play at home,
Yeah.
maybe away different.
Because West Ham also lost a lot of key players. Rice tak ada. Scam Don tak ada dah.
So you saying Chelsea?
Chelsea, maybe a draw lah.
Draw, okay.
I'll go West Ham.
Okay.
Oh, just what's that?
See how uninterested he is.
Anything non-related to MU.
Okay, this one we okay lah, man. Crystal Palace, Arsenal.
Arsenal lah. Arsenal.
Kita away
Arsenal.
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 Crystal Palace will win Arsenal 9 men.
9-9 Why? Why the hatred?
Kalau
Declan red card. Declan Rice red card.
Betul 9 man aku nangis.
Draw.
Draw against Palace.
Yeah.
Kita baik-baik cakap MU menang.
Tengok dia. Spurs I think will win 5-0 tau.
Palace won last week
Against?
Against siapa? They won 1-0.
Siapa tim kicai
Tim bawah promoted 1-0.
Dari Muktamad
Yes,
Ya.
draw.
Tamat.
Guys, I just haters.
Yeah.
Okay, kita cover prediction. So, wanna ask lah, from the last week, who you think was your standout player ke standout performer of the week? Can be from any team.
My stand-up performer was not in the game. Was the way Salah walked out with pulling the bandages one by one, by one.
Member marah.
Pulling the bandage one by one. Apa ni?
Geram.
Kotorkan padang je pull bandage. Dia kena substitute. Dia tak suka dia ada bandage dia tarik.
Menajuk lah.
Teruk.
Stand up player. One of the Newcastle players the Isak guy lah.
Isak.
Oh, memang.
Wuish.
Yeah.
Isak guy I really like because last year pun dia even threatened MU banyak kali and other teams. Now this one the first game dia dah menyelah. So yeah lah.
Dia new force lah. The new
Yeah.
force. Top 4.
He looks like some Indian guy. from
Indian.
Johor.
Never know.
I think he rich Indian guy.
Masih Indian guy this from Johor. Somewhere in the kampung somewhere.
Never know when it's real.
Fun? Standout player
This
tu.
is Sandro Tonali.
Oh, Tonali.
Betul, because I saw Tonali main that day. Memang it's like as though it was not his
Ada
first
tone.
game. Very tone performance. It's I'll say as though like it wasn't his first game in the Premier League. Adjusted so well. Power, then he scored the first goal for Newcastle lagi. Power. The ideal midfielder. We should have bought him.
Itulah. He's good. I will have to agree with Bro Ferris lah. For me, it's Isak as well lah.
Isak.
Gempak gila. I mean, he was into Arsenal once, but should have signed him lah, I feel.
But Nketiah still goated.
Don't remind me lah. Mangkuk of the week.
Mangkuk.
of the week,
Mason Mount.
Mangkuk of the week.
Okay, Mason Mount.
Mangkuk. Apa jadi mangkuk of the week? Kau betul-betul nak bagi mangkuk kan dia?
Betul lah. Mangkuk ayun.
Tak tahu lah siapa
Maybe kepala dia macam mangkuk ke.
Very good. Start first lah. Siapa?
Dah, dah cakap Mason Mount.
Okay, you all?
Mangkuk of the week lah. Asyik.
Siapa kena red card
Evans lah.
Tak apa, pantai.
Tak ada, Evans played well lah. I'll say mangkuk of the week. Aku tak tahu.
Anybody kena red card?
Aku start lah. Mangkuk of the week for me, VAR.
VAR is the mangkuk.
Yes, bang. Literally the guy langgar the
Oh, dia cek pasang MU je.
blatant penalty ni tak bagi. Dah itulah dah kena sogok. So VAR and kita dah kena bang last season. Banyak kali VAR.
Tak payah kita. There was one game last season Chelsea also. The guy legit dive, defender dive, tangan dah kena good and still no penalty, nothing. VAR even saw also. So nice, okay dah.
Tak. What do you guys think VAR? Is it the lack of transparency ke? Is it good ke?
No, last time tak ada VAR, you depend on the whistle.
Yeah.
Okay, now you don't want to call the whistle, you call the VAR also.
Yeah.
So after VAR, kau nak kau apa lagi? So once the VAR is the final say lah.
Yeah lah.
But do you prefer VAR ke do you prefer the
I
back?
prefer VAR.
VAR gets 99% of the decisions right.
No, I'll say the quality of the English referees yang teruk. They're not consistent. That's the problem there. Fundamental problems. That's why they brought in Howard back. Now, supposedly the best English referee kan, but dia pun buat silap dalam World Cup final.
He is Manu fan dia buat.
Patutlah. Dia bawa masuk kan. Tapi ya.
Tak, for me lack of transparency lah sebab fans tak tahu what's going on. what's going on in the back room and the discussion behind the referees. Because of French league, you can hear the fans.
I know, ideally it
what
should
is
be
the
like,
discussion?
you know, NFL,
Ah.
where they letak dekat big screen and then you can hear the referee saying. Ideally should be like that lah. But tak tahu. Premier League lah, still nak some leeway for
So this
Yeah.
is
So for me, mangkuk duit VAR. Fun?
Mangkuk with that circumstance, I see VAR also.
Dah tidur aku pun.
Yeah, then I change answer lah. Mangkuk ah. Mangkuk maybe I'll say I'm biased lah. I'll say Havertz good. Because he played okay but not good enough for me. Might as well letak party kat tengah daripada letak party right back. We can have gotten maybe more chances lah. Party betul.
Okay, fine. We all got a mangkuk duit. Paling epic Mason Mount.
Mangkuk.
I know. No
Mount
Mount.
lah ke? Mount. Or Sancho ke someone.
Mount lah, Mount.
Mount is
Anthony? No?
Anthony was okay lah.
30 touches in 68 minutes.
Okay.
That's quite bad.
So we'll speak to Mason Mount about that.
Okay, so before we wrap up, aku nak tanya one last question. A bit of a nostalgic question lah. Who you think is your favourite Man United player of all time?
I'll go with my childhood hero lah, Brian Robson. I don't think he's the best player, but soft spot lah. I think the best player, it always differs lah. Sekejap can be Ronaldo, sekejap can be Beckham, sekejap can be Scholes, sekejap can be Giggs.
Tak apa lah, top 3 lah. Kita bagi leeway sikit lah.
Tak tapi Brian Robson.
Brian Robson.
Okay.
Well, for me, Ryan Giggs lah.
Why
He
specific?
played to the late.
The womanizer.
Tapi he played until 35. He was still
kena
playing
cancel
at the
lah,
wing, and he was still scoring
Over Cristiano?
over Cristiano.
Oh no.
Ryan Giggs is a one-man club.
One-man
lah.
show.
Fun?
For Arsenal lah kan.
No, I mean
For MU.
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 Okay, assume you were United fan.
I think maybe Wout Weghorst good.
Weghorst.
Yeah. The inspirational lah.
Dah.
Came in to fill in Ronaldo's shoes. Came in to fill in Ronaldo's shoes.
Weghorst.
Susah kot dia datang, you know. Then got the height like that. 1 goal je kan so far untuk MU.
Yeah, bagi aku Anderson lah. Man has won Premier Leagues, he has won Champions Leagues,
I said Alban.
and basically he's a club legend lah for me.
Power.
Okay, so
Okay.
habis. So
Okay, korang dah dengar kita sembang kencang, langit terbang, macam-macam lah.
macam-macam lah.
Semua kita sembang pasal bola tadi. Korang dah habis dengar kita sembang, apa lagi? Like, subscribe, follow, ikut TikTok kita, ikut apa-apa talk kita, komen. Kita perlukan komen anda sekarang, kita perlukan like anda, kasih sayang anda diperlukan. Well, itu je lah. Stay tuned for our next content.
gerak dulu.